from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Throwing, Jones. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now Jones. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Operating from the gun, Jones. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover off. The opening drive. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Haynes. He finds his man, complete. That's Howell. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His career, already storied, just keeps getting better. That last carry, CD, he hit 14,000 career rushing yards.
Think about the accumulation of this yardage like you're going upstairs. Now he's at the doorstep of the top 5 all-time in NFL history in rushing yards.
Unbelievable. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Haynes. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jones from the gun on third down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the 45 on second down, Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw. Haynes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And in for the Steelers touchdown. T. Higgins. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, Haynes. Will get this complete to Kadarius Toney. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake, Haynes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. What's the deal, dog? So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete. Kadarius Toney, his intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So he needed one. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He finds his man complete. It's Howell. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On the handoff, Taylor. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
From the gun, Haynes. Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Jones on 1st down. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards to pick up there.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Back to throw again. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this off to ETN. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So now drawing 6 plays, 75 yards. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Haynes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down. Haynes. Flushed out right. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's brought down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play fake here on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So we've hit halftime all eat. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action. Haynes. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
off the play fake. Haynes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll go again with Etienne.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A handoff for Etienne. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
They'll run with ETN. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
48 yards on the ground for him so far. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see it where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And down inside the 15 he goes. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground with ETN. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And they work this well upfield across the 45. With that run, Charles, he passed Hall of Famer Curtis Martin for 5th all-time, over 14,100 yards rushing. I'm not sure what more he can accomplish.
Well, in his mind, he thinks he can continue on and get up to number 1 on the all-time rushing list. But you're exactly right. What a career and what accomplishments. And to pass Curtis Martin, who is known by his Hall of Fame coach with the Jets and the Patriots as Wonder Boy, but that's a big-time deal. So if you're passing a guy that they called Wonder Boy, you're a heck of a player.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, it's Taylor. He can't get him down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. They run with Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On third down, here's Taylor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Looking to throw. Haynes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That caught by Tremble. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On second down, Etienne once more. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on fourth down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Travis Etienne. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Important extra point up and through. And they will take a 7-point lead. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. 1:54 on the clock. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. He's back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And some room to run now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Etienne. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 133 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Steelers, They boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Houston,